Hello and welcome to another day. Today we're going to rig up a washer and dryer in our camper because my wife has been yelling at me a little bit about getting it done, and I've half been too busy and half been too lazy to do it. So let me show you where it's going to go, and then we'll start working on how we're going to do it. I'm not going to do this 100% the proper way today. We're just going to get it up and going, and then I'm going to have to run some water lines and whatnot. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick a hose in there for now. But that's yet to be seen. I've got to see exactly what all I've got plumbed up, because this closet that I'm going to show you is actually for a washer and dryer. They just never put the plumbing in for whatever reason whenever they built the camper. So I'm going to show you where it's going, and we're going to go and figure some things out, and then I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. Okay, so here is our washer dryer closet. That's a door to the outside. Normally there's a panel right here that has everything that we need. I can kind of get to the back side of this through back there. There's another hole, so I'm going to have to climb in there and figure out exactly what I can do. I'm going to have to cut a hole in this wall, put the drain there, and then the hose is going to come up through this wall also. So let's go outside and do some looking and some planning and figure out how we're going to do this. I'm also going to have to build a small platform because I have a washer dryer combo. They're made for like studio apartments, so I'll show you those here in a little while, and we'll get all this figured out, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. Okay, so this small opening is where I got to fit my thick body through and crawl back up in there to that spot where that wood is, because they started to put things in here and then stopped for whatever reason. I can't figure out why. But we got to get all these hoses and crap out of here, and then I'm going to squeeze my big self in there. We might wipe this out too before I go crawling in here, because it's kind of nasty. See in there? I don't know what the guy who owned this thing before us was doing, but
well, it's storage. I don't think it needed to be cleaned.
Well, there's all kinds of stuff I didn't know we had in here. We got 90s and plugs and all kinds of stuff. No idea what that is. Oh, we got more caps for the sewer lines. Looks like some kind of roof patch, maybe. Rubber patch of some kind. This is ours. I put this in there. Okay. See that thing back in there? That's what we got to get to. And get in behind there and see what we're working with. But I think I'm going to wipe this out real quick. Just try to clean it up a little bit. Okay, here we go. Ugh. Oh, it's going to be so fun getting out of here. Hopefully my microphone is on. Ugh. Here's my keys. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, there's a hole. Here, let me see it. Yeah, see, they already started the drain hole. So they put a hole in here to do this, and then just didn't do anything with it. That's weird. Okay, well, that solves our problem of getting the drain done. Ugh. Okay. Where's the little thing for me to put my foot on? I got it. Okay. Well, that was fun.
Turn around.
What? My back gross?
Oh, yeah.
It's dust from the side right there. Well, that's cool. That's probably why it was so cold in our room, too. Because there's already a hole there. Well, that solves one problem. So let me grab my pipe and see if it fits, because I think it's the same size as that sewer outlet. And that solves a lot of our problems. So. Like, legitimately, they started to do it and then just stopped. that little baby boy over there? I'm going to try to show this as best I can. There's the hole. There's our shot that goes towards the front. I'm guessing that this is the runner that where we need to feed our water hose through. We may or may not do that. I can't really see back there very well, but that might be where, yeah, that's where our water tanks and whatnot are back there. So we might go run over there and check that out here in just a minute, but I know that I need a big section of pipe, whether I run this straight down underneath the camper or all the way back there. I'm going to have a big section of pipe. So let's do some figuring and I'll tell you guys what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to climb up underneath here and take a peek at what we got going on. We may have a little bit of a concern here. I might trying to decide how I want to do this, whether or not I want to come down with a pipe like this and just run it in here into its own deal, or maybe come into this pipe right here with like a Y section. But I don't know. Because it's hard to get into all this stuff because it's all sealed up. So when I take this down, I'm going to be fighting with trying to get all this foam and insulation and stuff out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. So I think what we're going to do is we might just go buy some sections of pipe, and then I'll just run a pipe out right here out of one of these holes with its own connector like this. So we'll go from that size pipe to reduce down to this and then just flow into its own, because we're never going to be running this whenever we need a tank. So basically all I need is for it to just flow into a sewer line like this, but I want it close to this one. So it's, I actually, here, come this way. I think what we're gonna do, so we have a shorter run, is we'll just come out right here, underneath here. That way I don't have to fight with trying to get way over there, and all that stuff is out of my way. So I'm gonna pull this down, and we'll just shoot a pipe out right here, put a reducer on it, put a neck like that pipe right there, and then just we'll run it straight into a Y. So I think that's a plan. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run straight from that hole right there, up there, come out right here. We'll come out underneath just like those are, put a drain right here, run it straight right there. Plan. We're gonna start with kind of our step one here. Number one is get these daggum cans open. Get a little primer on our black pipe here. I'm gonna just globber this all in here. Just like that. You just jam her home. Jam her home. Alright. That part is done. There's our reducer pipe. Good to go. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build somewhat of a P-trap, since this is just going to be open. And so our drain's going to come in here from the washing machine. And then this will hold water to keep the stink from coming back up this way. And then this piece is going to shoot straight off into our drain pipe and go out through the bottom of the camper. So our drain will be up this high, so it should drain down, go through our P-trap just fine. So I think that'll work. So here's what I'm thinking. We've got like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 inches of space in between these two walls. I'm thinking I'm going to put it right here, recessed into the wall just a hair, so that our drain can shoot straight down into our hole down there. So I think that is my plan. Ready, break. I'm done fighting with the microphone for now, so I got some water line put together. This is 20 foot. It's more than I need, but I want to leave a little extra so that whenever I jam it through, I can just cut it where I need to. All right, I'm feeding water line now, all the way up front. I think that might be
stopping point.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up front, take a look. Okay, so there's my splice right there. This is our water running back to our washing machine back there. Everything's looking good, no leaks, so we're all good to go there. All right, now next step, we need to get electricity back there after getting all that plumbing done. So let's move on to that. I need to go get some wood because I got to build a platform, but we're almost there. Almost there. Isn't that right, baby? Yeah, that's right. And there's my finished install of this piece. So you'll notice there's a little bit of a space. This wall isn't thick enough to accommodate a house one, but that's what I had access to. We only have cold water back here. I didn't run a hot water line. I don't see any need because these washing machines that I'm gonna have hooked up doesn't even have a hot water hookup. So let's get a platform built and get our washer and dryer put in here. So I built this platform. I didn't video it because it's basically just cutting 2x4s and you know, screwing them together. I didn't think anybody needed to really see that. So I had a shelf up here. I took that out so we can open the washing machine now. We got space right here on the side for some things. We tucked that stuff back there because there's a huge amount of space behind the dryer. Down here, I have an access door back there on the side of the camper where I can get to the back of everything. But now the dryer's in here, and you can actually pull the dryer out of the front without removing the washing machine because I built this literally. It's about 1/4 of an inch taller than the dryer. So now that's all in there. I haven't hooked anything up. All I need to do is hook up water and put my drain in that hole. And then I haven't run a electrical line yet. I'm gonna mess with that on another day. But what I'm gonna do is behind here, I'm just gonna run a extension cord up through the wall and swing it back over here for now. That way I don't have to put in a separate breaker and pull extra power from the camper right now, because it's summertime coming up and I want to be able to have 50 amps to run both my air conditionings and whatever else I want in here. So what I'm going to do, let's go outside. I'll show you where I'm going to plug in. Oh, and here's our drain right there. It's on a slight angle. I might bring it down and run it across right here and have it drop right here in front of me. But for now, that'll serve its purpose. I'm gonna get a hose today and run it right here into a Y. But if you come over here in the wintertime, this outlet right here is so that you can have your heated hoses. Well, we're coming into summer. I don't really need to mess with that. And this is a 20 amp breaker. That should be more than enough that I need to run one of those at a time. So that should be about it. I don't need to show you guys me hooking up a sewer hose or anything like that, or running an extension cord through a hole in there and all that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
Bye.
Goodbye!